So that plane contains...
That's Boris Johnson and Carrie Johnson.
And you can imagine the different emotions on those two very similar-looking planes as one political career comes to an end, or does it? We'll ask Katherine about that in just a moment. And one prime ministerial career, the 56th Prime Minister of Britain.
Oh, off into the low cloud. That's going to be a bit of a bumpy trip for them getting back to London.
Have we heard the last of Boris Johnson in a senior political role?
Oh, have we heard of the last of Boris Johnson? Categorically not. Have we seen the last of him in a senior political role? Let's wait and see. I mean, it was very noticeable, wasn't it, in the speech that he said Liz Truss would have his fervent support. Now's the time to put politics behind. Well, yeah, good luck with that. But also he just can't resist, can he? He clearly hasn't let it go because he's leaving...
Well, there's this reference to Cincinnatus, who was this Roman patrician who returned to power.
Who then came back in the country's hour of need, which he obviously knows because he studied the classics. And also, earlier in the speech, when he said, you know, the baton's been passed in a relay and they changed their rules partway through, well, never mind about that. Well, so... Obviously, despite all the humour and he gave a very boisterous speech, didn't he? But he's obviously still cross and he feels that he has been removed unjustly, and there are many Tory voters and Tory members that feel the same. So...
Is this going to be a problem for Liz Truss? I know that David Mellor, speaking here on GBNews, indicated that she really needed to do a lot of work on her presentational skill, as did Margaret Thatcher, of course. Tim Bell did a lot of work with her to lower her voice, to slow her speech down. She is not a natural performer, as we saw in that acceptance speech. There's a big gulf between her approach and how Boris Johnson carried these things off.
Yes, she's very different, isn't she? I would say I think she's come a long way since the beginning of the campaign. I mean, at the very start, her speeches were very stilted. She was very awkward. She has grown in the role. I would say she's much, much better. But still, she's certainly not a natural speaker. She doesn't have the gift of the gab, the way with the words that Boris Johnson, although... To be honest, who does? I mean, some of the allusions, some of the things he comes out with, we're not going to see that again.
Big world we remember at that speech, yeah.